that's wild and free. He's cruising down the road, living like he's 23.
Big Mike, where you been, baby?
Hanging here in the Philippines, living the dream. Today we're going to be covering Cebu, which is located in about the center area of the Philippines. Cebu, a lot of people think it's just the city itself, but it's actually the whole island. And we are located between, say, Negros Oriental to the left and Leyte to the right. But as I said, it is the whole island, not just the city. So there is a lot to see here.
I will make the Philippines a superpower.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. But Cebu is an incredible island. So much to see, so much to do, regardless if you're in the metropolitan area or just traveling the island itself. And by the way, I got something at the end of the video here I'm going to share with you, something I would get a screenshot of and keep it with you, particularly if you are new to the area. But the nightlife and the diving out on Cebu area is incredible for a young crowd or older crowd. So much to do. And folks here in the city are very much into the health conscious. They love to walk, run, visit the gym. So the ladies here particularly keep themselves up because it is a metropolitan area and well, there's a lot of competition. But they also love their vlogging. They love YouTube, they love Facebook, and you will see that when you get to the Philippines, or if you're already here, you'll notice that the cell phones are pretty much glued to their hand. But in any event, the ladies here do like to keep themselves up. They like to have their makeup look pretty. I was at a hardware store walking through and I saw the mirrors and I saw a group of the workers standing in front of the mirror looking at themselves. So they are a beautiful group here. I'm sure a lot of foreigners enjoy them, and I do as well. What a great mix of Asian and Spanish blood, among other things. But the nightlife here is incredible. If that's what you're into, but if you're not into that and you're kind of more into the laid-back environment, that's easy enough to find here as well. Obviously, it's a metropolitan area, so there's a lot more traffic you would have here than you would in other areas that are smaller towns, things of that nature. As a matter of fact, most people, when they hear the Philippines, it's either Manila or Cebu are the big ones, but Dumaguete is up and coming for sure. But personally, Cebu is good for a day or two, but me, I can't handle the traffic. I lived in Houston, just can't handle it anymore. But if you're looking for an area and you need to get away, that's always an option in Cebu, to find a nice quiet place where you can read a book or just meditate or whatever it may be alongside the stream and enjoy that and still have access to the metropolitan area. And if you're into the hiking and want to really get out and explore the island a lot more, there is an incredible amount to do here on the island of Cebu. So you can hike out, get out with yourself or your lady or your friends, and go take in a waterfalls, which in the Philippines that's everybody wants to go see the waterfalls. So that's very much doable as well, and they are beautiful. And if you have some accompanied by a lady, they always love to go see those, and who doesn't, to be honest. And if you're a foodie, certainly here you'll never find a shortage of food, various food. And in Cebu City, you can pretty much get whatever you need or want.
I just missed him in the Philippines.
It's whether it be a Western type cuisine, or a local outdoor market, street food, or indoor markets. Pretty much you can find everything here. And I'm a big fan of trying out the local cultural foods and open to pretty much anything. And unfortunately, I have tried pretty much everything. So, well, not everything yet. I haven't done the balut thing. I probably won't do that one. I'm not hungry enough. If I was starving to death, I might, but no, It's not going to happen. But I do love the adobos here. I've had so many different adobos. I've had chicken adobo, pork adobo, beef adobo, and yes, even snake adobo, which was very good. But like I said, if you're in the city, you will be able to find pretty much anything you want. If you get out away from the city, you're probably going to be having to deal with the local cuisine, which to me, I have an open mind. Every country I've been in, and I've been in I think 8 so far, I always embrace the local cuisine first, because I've had my fill of Western cuisine all my life, so I want to explore some new things, some new dishes. And I know a lot of foreigners complain about the Philippine food. I'm not there with you. I find a lot of it's very good. Is it different? Yeah, it's different. But you know what? That's what we're here for, something different, at least myself. And I've found a whole lot of ways to use bananas I never would have anticipated. I've actually had bananas and rice and thought it was great. And we all know the buffets, for if you're in the Western countries, the buffets, they still have them here. They are a little bit different than what you may be accustomed to, but you can find them here. But to be honest, I need to stay away from them. And this one here, this is kind of chicken intestines here, but there is snake also, which I've told you I had. The snake adobo was quite good. This is one of my favorites. Jackfruit, love to eat it straight out, or jackfruit smoothie is definitely my favorite. But look, let's get right into the numbers and cover some of the food and what the cost might be if you are coming. Now, this is recommended minimum amount of money for food on a 2,400 calorie Western food type. Okay, so if you're going to be living the Western, or trying to live the Western style over here and shop for things that you would normally eat in the Western country, Canada, United States, things like that, this is what you can expect to look at paying. And personally, I try to swing to the local cuisines, save a lot of money, but as I said also, I try to, live like the locals are living, because that's the experience I want. But if you still want to kind of live on the Western diet, this is where you're looking at, and you can see there 13,000 plus for your monthly. Now, this is a kind of a snapshot of my spreadsheet that I use to calculate or to keep track of, my expenditures when it comes to food, and for a couple of reasons. Number one, I like to be able to see, what I'm spending on what. And also, if I go to the market and I'm alone and I don't have my partner out there shopping, I want to see what they're going to, tell me, how much it is. In other words, I don't want to get caught up in the skin price. I want to see how much it is, to, why you're charging so much, but also make sure that I'm not getting scammed by my partner. So I do keep track. But anyway, this is a distribution of food expenses in Cebu using, the Western food type. And as you can notice here, the 12%, 13.4, and 13.1, that's like local cheese, and you're going to be looking at, beef as well as milk. Now, I don't do the milk, don't do a lot of beef, and I don't ever hardly do cheese. So that really changes my budget. But again, if you're going to live the Western style, that's what you'd probably be looking at. And if you don't mind, please subscribe, like, and share. It helps me out a lot, as you know. And that way I can continue to do these and do the cities around the Philippines. Now, if you're going to be looking at the Asian diet, which is pretty much what I do, this is kind of the recommended minimum amount of money for 2,400 calorie Asian food type. And as you go down through these numbers, you'll see it's significantly different and cheaper. And look at that bottom line, is a heck of a lot cheaper. And if you'll take a look at the pie chart, you'll see chicken fillets 18.8%, because most folks here, they can afford chicken. But the other ones are significantly smaller, and you can compare the two, and you can see the difference here and where you might be able to save some money if you're looking to do that. But this is definitely not the model for if you're going to continue to live a Western lifestyle here. Okay, so that's kind of a breakdown of the food prices. Now, if you're seeing something different or you've got some insight on where to shop better in Cebu, please drop it in the comments below and help out other folks so we can find out where the good spots are for Westerners to buy their stuff. Now here is if weather's important to you, there's only 2 seasons here, rainy and sunny. But as you can see, there's not a whole lot of variation here, and it is warm. So if you're coming from a northern climate, you need to be familiar with this before you head over, and make sure you have adjusted your expectations to the weather here. Now what I'm going to be doing as I cover all of the statistics for the various cities around the Philippines, I'm going to be covering Manila next, and I've already done Cebu and Dumaguete. Those are the 2 numbers you can see, and actually you'll be able to go back through and look at the videos too if you take a look at my homepage on YouTube. But here is the the pesos against the dollar as of August 19th. Now, I know some folks will say, it fluctuates. Yes, it does, but I can tell you, over the last 5 years or so, the fluctuation has really been minimal. And if you're worried about a few pesos and you're penny pinching like that, or peso pinching, this might not be a good country for you. But I can tell you, over 5 years, it's fluctuated 4 pesos, so it's not a lot. Okay, now as far as weights go, and I've covered this in a previous video as well, the weights, I usually kind of round it down, so 1 kilo is about 2.2, so I just split it in half. I mean, if I'm buying a kilo, I know I'm getting 2 pounds. If I want a half a kilo, it's going to be 1 pound. Try to make it easy on ourselves. And lastly, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I did want to share this with you. I put a little kind of a cheat sheet I put together for you to help you if you want to do a screenshot or something like that. You could do a screenshot or take a picture of your phone. I would keep it with you. It's a heck of a lot easier than getting out there into the market or the store and have to pull out and get into an app and stuff like that. You can pop this open real quick, take a look at it, and get a general idea of what the prices are or the exchange rates are. And this is actually as of September 2nd. Certainly there are a lot of videos on YouTube in regard to Cebu, and if you take a look and do a search, you'll see plenty of them. Will show you the scenery, etc. What I wanted to do today is just kind of go over some of the prices, and as I mentioned, we'll be covering about 8 different cities, the most popular cities here in the Philippines, and looking at the prices, the weather, as far as food prices and the weather. And then also, once the 8 are completed, we'll go back and do a review of crime. And then after that, the real estate prices, rental, as well as if you're going to buy, which I wouldn't do. But anyway, well, that's it for today. I hope you found it helpful. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe. You certainly are going to help us out a lot. And comment below. Give us some information on where you're finding the best places to shop and the best prices to get. We do appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the little bell icon so you'll be notified whenever we post new content. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep creating amazing videos for you. See you in the next one.